Hello my loves, it's me, that Divination witch. I hope you're doing well, back with another witchy video, and this is the next one in my series of deities and spirits that I have encountered, sometimes worked with throughout the years. I get to encounter a hell of a lot because of what I do, that Divination witch. I do all these readings for people, I do a lot of deity confirmations, so I'm very fortunate. And I know I am. That I get to meet a lot of different spirits, and so this series is me sharing that with you, and hopefully helping people along the way with what I've experienced. It's good to have different opinions. I know I look for them when I'm meeting a spirit for the first time, and it's handy to have sometimes. So today I'm going to be talking about a goddess called Asteria. And she, in Greek mythology, is known as Hecate's mother. And I know I say this every time. She is an amazing lady, though. And I'm gonna share my experience. Couldn't get the words out. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. My name's Sarah. Of course, I'm that Divination witch, and I hope you do stick around, hit subscribe. This is a safe space. I share what I've learned, and I try and be down to earth with it all, and I try and answer your questions. So if you do have a question, put it below. No question's a silly question. That's what I live by. We all start somewhere. I've also got a link tree below as well. If you are interested in supporting me that way, I have a shop and a Patreon where I offer readings and things. So I'd be so grateful if you could check it out. Thanks. All right, Asteria. Wonderful woman. Wonderful. She is a Titan. She is an ancient goddess of the stars and divination. So you can guess that, yes, I have worked with her before. And her energy is similar to Hecate's in that it feels so ancient and so primordial, because my theory on Hecate is that, she is part of the divine feminine. She's more than just Greek or Hellenic myth. She spans before that. And maybe she's known by other names, and she's linked to other goddesses that, like Ereshkigal, for example, more ancient goddesses. Who's to say that Asteria is also not in with that, although she was known as a separate lady, she could be the same kind of energy. It's like how deities themselves have epithets. Maybe she's an epithet. It's all, I'm going to say, ambiguous. I feel like that's the right word. It's all complex, and there is no clear-cut answers to this. That's what makes it so fascinating. Deity work, paganism, spirituality, it's all fascinating, isn't it? But I have experienced Asteria's energy. My ears are ringing right now as I'm talking, so they're definitely listening to me. Asteria, Hecate, hello, thanks for listening. Yes, I have experienced her energy as a separate goddess, a separate entity to Hecate. And like Hecate, she feels so ancient, so primordial, a part of the divine feminine, a part of that primordial, ancient, creator type energy. That's how she feels to me. But in Greek mythology, she was known as a Titaness, goddess of the stars, divination, as I've said, mother to Hecate, sister to Leto. Now, Leto is Apollo and Artemis's mother. So Apollo, Artemis and Hecate are cousins. And you can see why there's similarities between, especially Hecate and Artemis, and also Apollo and Hecate. Apollo has, and I've mentioned it in my male Hecate video, he's got an epithet that is very similar to Hecate, but a man. It's something, it's named Hekatos or something. It's in that video. Go check it out if you're interested. It's in my Lady Hecate playlist. So, they're all linked, interlinked and intertwined. And in the ancient myths, she married Perseus. I can never say his name right because I always end up wanting to say Perseus and he's somebody else. But Perseus, the Titan, I believe it's of rage and like anger and god of destruction. Because I haven't worked with him, but I've experienced his energy several times. I mean, we all experience it at some point with the way of the world. You know, when you just want to smash something, it's like Hulk. He is a bit like that. When I see him, if anyone, I know this isn't a video about him, but just a little side note, if anyone has ever watched Attack on Titan, that anime, chef's kiss, I bloody love it. But the Colossal Titan in Attack on Titan, that is what Perseus looks like. He is like boom, boom, shake, shake the room. Sorry, I had to finish the lyrics. He's like, boom, I'm in the room, I'm in charge, I'm in command, bosh. And he would smash everything up if he could. You know, he is that energy, you know. And Asteria is very placid. They very complement each other. She's like wavy. I don't know. I know that makes sense in my head, but she feels like soothing waves. It's like being on the sea. It's like sleeping. It's like going to sleep. You're in a dream, floating through space. Her energy is like, like a breath of fresh air, a soothing breath. And I've got goosebumps. So I think she likes that I said that. But that's how she feels. And she's very dreamy as well. So in the myths, there is a most famous myth about Asteria that Zeus wanted her and she fled and got away and she turned into a quail. I believe it was a quail. Sorry, quails are cute, aren't they? So Asteria, all right, she did transform into a quail, but Zeus had transformed into an eagle at the time. So she was like, oh shit, best go. And isn't that's a cute bird? Sorry, I don't mean to patronise, but that is a nice bird. Quails are sweet. But that is a testament to who she is, though, turning into a quail of all things. She is a sweet lady. She is. And she helped her sister as well. That's another prominent myth. And in some of the myths where she helped her sister, meaning Leto. So when we say helped her, sorry, this is all backwards the way I explain things, but Leto's main myth is that Zeus got her pregnant with Apollo and Artemis. And Hera wasn't very happy about that. And she wanted them, you know, unalived. So Leto fled. Asteria helped her. And it's said in some mythologies that I believe she even turned into an island or something like that to hide Leto away and help her give birth. And a fun fact, in some myths, Hecate was involved because there's that many different variants of myths over different time periods. But the one where Hecate is involved, Hecate transforms into a scorpion and faces off with Hera. And I always wondered, when they were in the room together, it was a bit awkward. Hecate gets along with everyone. She really does. She does. And she gets along with Hera, of course. But I always thought, there's something here that's not compatible. Maybe that's why, you know, there might have been some grain of truth into that, just saying. But that's who Asteria is, Hecate's mother. And yes, her energy is just so soothing. It's like a dream. Yeah, she's not a goddess of dreams, but with her being a goddess of divination, and this is my UPG, but she works within the dream realm. Now, when she was around me for a while, this was over a year ago now, and she was around for a couple of months, and then it kind of tailed off, and then I felt her leave. But I feel like it's a case of, well, if you ever want to call on me again, you can, you know? I feel like that's the vibe. But at the time, she was helping me. I strongly feel she helped me with my divination skills and gifts, with channeling, because I do channel. If any of you guys have ever gotten a reading off me, I can now channel so easy. Sometimes I will use tarot cards, especially to illustrate to you guys what the message is, but I don't really need them. I love them, but I don't really need them. But I like to have them there still so I can show you guys, right, well, this is the message and this is what they said, but this is what it means. And I just normally, depends on the deity or spirit, I just hear words. I just hear it in my head and I can blurt it out or write it down, which is called automatic writing. Some deities, like Kerninos is a good example, don't normally speak in words. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're so ancient and nature-based. You'd find it's normally, like the nature-based spirits that they speak more in feelings and visions. That's how they speak. Asteria helped me with that because I wasn't so good at it. I was learning it, and I really feel she helped me with that. She helped me, open my third eye up a bit more, harness the gift. And I remember that she was communicating with me through dreams for a long while. And at the time, I kept a dream diary. And now, one of the readings I offer is interpreting people's dreams. I'm better at that than I ever was, thanks to her. And I did that for myself. And she was giving me messages through dreams. And then, like I say, it was a few months we were together actively. She had a candle and everything. And, I was talking with her regularly, doing this dream stuff. And then it just teetered off. And then I stopped doing it. And I just felt like she had left. It's kind of like when you've got friends and you drift apart. You just kind of know sometimes. I don't know how else to put it into words. But the time she was with me, she was softly spoken and very soft energy, but dark energy despite it being soft. It was like the night time, or like a lullaby. I think that's a good way of putting it, like a lullaby. And I feel like it's no wonder that in Greek myth, she and Perseus are Hecate's parents, because those two together perfectly sum up Hecate being that she can be so kind and caring and soothing and understanding. There's times Hecate has shown me such kindness and softness. Like, she's hugged me to sleep before and things like this, like what a mother would do, But then she has this strict side, this destructive side, and it's not in a selfish way. It's more in a, right, I take no bullshit way, It's an eye for an eye. And I feel like that's the father's energy, It's like all mixed up. So I get why, people would say that they're her parents. And how does Asteria appear to me? So she appeared to me wearing like a grey-blue robe, like a traditional Greek robe with long, past her knees, long, black hair, but it was wavy. And it had like speckles in it of like stars, basically. It was like the stars were in her hair. It was glittering, shining. I can't remember what colour eyes she had. I just remember she had a beautiful face and porcelain white skin. And I feel like that's reflective of the night sky and the stars. And some people say Nyx looks like that, but that's a video for another time. She is on my list, Nyx. Nyx doesn't look like that to me. She looks different. But yeah, that's what she looked like to me. Now, if you are to work with Asteria, what can she help you with? Well, divination. She can help you learn divination, different methods. For me, it was dream interpretations. She can help you open up your third eye, like she did with me. She can help you, I feel, with glamour magic. That's what I'm hearing, but not in a way of seduction, like you would normally think with glamour magic. It's more in a way of, so people won't mess with you. The way she escaped from Zeus, turning into that quail. I feel like she can help you navigate some of life's difficult situations in ways other people maybe haven't thought of, without having to go through conflict. Because not all arguments are productive. And what sort of things does she like as an offering? So a bit like Hecate, in my experience anyways, she likes a dark coloured candle, and that's because of her connection with the nighttime. But I feel she wouldn't mind if all you had was a white candle, you know, but put some effort in. That's what I'm hearing. Labradorite crystal, loves that. That's what I'm hearing. And amethyst is okay. Roses are nice, and lilies are nice. Any flower really. She's not too fussed. Moon lilies, she's saying. I don't know what they look like actually, but I think it's a thing. She likes sweet things. I didn't know that because Hecate is not too fussed about that. Funny. She likes sweet things. Cream cakes and sugar. I'm seeing sugar cookies, but I don't think it's like what the Americans have. And over here, we would make biscuits. We call cookies biscuits in England. Like this sweet homemade vanilla looking biscuit with like sugar sprinkled on it, like icing sugar we would call it here. Like I think it's a dusting in America. But that's what she likes. And yeah, that's my experience of her and with her. So I hope that helped someone out there. And if there's anyone else you want me to talk about, let me know. Until next time, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye.